Oh my God. Oh. All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're testing the 2020 Santa Cruz Tallboy. I am on the S-Build C-frame, which gives you pretty good stuff. Fox Performance 34 fork, Fox Float DPS rear shock, sham guide R brakes, which I don't know how I feel about them. They're feeling okay though. And it's the C-frame, which is about a ½ pound heavier than the CC frame, but just as stiff. We have a SRAM GX Eagle. I'm on a size medium Tallboy this morning. Medium feels pretty good. 5'10", 175 pounds. I'm like right on the border of medium large. I can go either way, depending on what mood I'm in. But I have a medium 2020 high tower and a large mega tower, because I want that big bike feel for, you know, when I bring that thing to the park. But the medium feels comfortable. It's got a 50 mil stem, and it's just a nice comfy pedaling position. So I'm gonna ride trails that I've ridden on my high tower, because I want to compare to see how much more efficient this bike really is. We're here at Pine Hills in Plymouth, Mass, where I do all my, or most of my bike reviews. So I've been riding this new Tallboy for a couple days, and I can't really figure it out, the setup that is. Usually I start with Santa Cruz's recommended shock pressures and such, and usually it's pretty close to what I need it for. So for about roughly my weight, they recommend about 200 PSI in the rear shock, but that felt super stiff. Been riding it a couple days now, just in my local XC trails, and felt super harsh. Almost too harsh where you're losing traction over, you know, bumps and stuff like that and roots. So today I've lowered the shock pressure just a tad, and it's feeling a little bit better now. I'm climbing with the shock and the fork open, and I see no reason to flip that switch. It is a pretty efficient pedaler. Definitely a little bit better than my high tower, but I don't know. I'm trying to find what's the point of this bike. You know, the old Tallboy, the 2019 Tallboy, the old generation with the old school VPP linkage. It was like an XC / trail bike. It was fun, had a pretty slack seat tube angle and a pretty steep head tube angle. So it turned really well, but you're really over that back tire if that seat post is extended. So they changed that for the 2020. You know, they followed the mega tower, high tower geometry. It's got the new lower link VPP linkage, which is really nice in those long travel bikes, or longer. But this 29er with this linkage and travel, I'm finding it hard to make sense of it. It's just not performing right, at least in my XC trails. So here at Pine Hills, we have a little bit faster descents, and I'm hoping, you know, the bike will kind of wake up. But with this lower link design, the Santa Cruz carbon layup is so beefy. We weighed this bike at Bike Barn, which you could demo the same bike if you just ask for Kevin or John and tell them I sent you JC Trails, and they'll hook you up with a mega tower, high tower, or this Tallboy, or some stump jumpers, whatever you want. It weighs just under, or just over 30 pounds. That's a lot. Even for this GX S-Build, I feel like this bike should weigh about 27 pounds, this model, to be competitive with, you know, like the Ibis Ripley, or even the stump jumper short travel. I mean, pedaling wise, it feels light, but it's about the same weight as my high tower. And, you know, that bike's got a Lyric and 140 mils of travel, but we'll see. Almost at the top. Let's descend. All right, this section of the trail a little bit flatter, tighter. This is where the Tallboy feels a little bit slower. Feels kind of clumsy almost. You know, sometimes I just want to whip around a turn without have it's a railing, I just want to turn the handlebars and turn. This thing, you really have to lean the bike over, I feel like. Which you should do for mountain biking. You really lean it over, maximize your sidewalls on your tire, but been getting pedal strikes like crazy. This bottom bracket is super low. Punch up this thing. Oh God. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, she climbs well. This is where it feels comfortable. When you got a little speed, a little bit of tech. I feel like once you get it above 10 miles an hour, it kind of wakes up. I mean, I don't know the exact speed, I'm just guessing, but anything pointed down, really easy to point, just point and shoot almost, like a big travel bike. And that's just due to the geometry. I feel like this bike's just geared to like one Pacific kind of rider, one Pacific region. Doesn't do everything well, but it goes downhill really nicely once you get a little speed on it. Shortcut. There we go. Oh God. See right there, I feel like I'm not weighting the front end down enough. Washing out. Oh, this one feels really nice. Oh yeah. Yep. Downhill those XC bike. Sandy. Nice sprinting bike. Really good pedal platform. I'm impressed with that. Yeah. Feels a lot better going downhill, I'll tell you that much. Lean on the front end. Come on. There you go. Nice turn. There we go. Get around. You really got to lean the bike over and weight the front end down. Get it to hook up. There we go. All right, I'm getting used to it a little bit. Woo! All right. It just doesn't respond as well as the old Tallboy in the turns. When I was riding my just local or XC trails, I couldn't get it to turn and get it around a turn quickly. See it boost over this? It's easy to pop off the ground though. And that's due to it being 65-degree head tube angle. I mean, 65 and a half or whatever for a 120 bike. Does that really make sense? As you pick up speed here, it does get around the corners a little bit better. In the slow turns, it feels a little lazy. And that was one of the nice things with the old Tallboy. It's pretty steep head tube angle. It turned really nice through trails like these. But as you go faster, it definitely feels a little bit better. Ooh, nice fall day. Yeah, there you go. All right. As you feed it a little more speed, definitely feels a little bit better. All right. All right, guys, this is definitely a downhiller's XC bike. It feels more awake and it just feels capable of handling high speed. So I'm just going to do a high speed 5-road descent with, it's pretty rough and It's nice to have a longer bike on this trail. It makes it a lot easier and you just bomb down it. It's not a very technical trail, but just very high speed. So I went back to the car and I changed the chainstay. You know, it has an adjustable chainstay like the Mega Tower. So it went from a 430 millimeter chainstay to, 430 to a 440. And I'm curious to see how this feels. Obviously, I haven't ridden the Ripley at this local trail, or my local trail. But I've ridden the Stump Jumper short travel and it just booked it down here. It's probably one of my fastest times on this trail, even faster than the Mega Tower, because you still gotta like kind of pedal down it to just keep a real nice speed. So let's see. Full branches down. Woo! Oh, it feels so much better when you go faster. Holy moly, really fast. Oh, the fork is bottoming. Oh God. Oh, she likes to go fast. Chatter. Oh my God. A lot of pine needles down, make it a little slick. Oh yeah. So in just that little short section, it just feels really stable for a short travel bike. I don't know if that longer chainstay adjustment helped. Here's some sand, I'm gonna slow it down. Woo! But yeah, definitely smacked the fork. Set the Fox 34 Performance and definitely handle a little beefier fork. That was fun actually on this bike. You feel the trail a lot, you know, doing that same little descent there on the Mega Tower, and basically it just feels like a couch. You can just hold on, literally close your eyes, and it's just gonna plow through that stuff. This was a little more sporty. It felt nice to actually feel the trail underneath you, but feel stable at the same time. All right guys, just finished up the ride on the 2020 Santa Cruz Tallboy, and it's a hard bike to describe. It, I guess Santa Cruz nailed it when they call it the downhillers XC bike. It's not the best bike for my local trails where it's, you know, more XC type oriented trails and a lot of tight turns. It doesn't turn that well. I don't know. I expect a different feeling from a short travel 29er maybe. If it had about a 66 and a half degree head tube angle, I think that'd be like the perfect bike for where I live. With that being said though, once the trail's pointed down and you picked up a little speed, the bike felt fantastic. It's super capable for a 120 millimeter travel bike. The frame, you know, is nice and burly. Typical Santa Cruz carbon frame. Feels really stiff, really just well put together. It basically has like a Mega Tower frame with just less travel. As I rode it more throughout the day though, it definitely, you just have to weigh the front end down. Once you get used to that, it's a little better through the tighter stuff, but it's not as intuitive and easy to ride as like an Ibis Ripley. That bike climbs better, feels lighter, definitely faster, and it just feels like what a short travel 29er should be. Even my Stump Jumper short travel I had, it feels better for my local trails. This Tallboy definitely climbs better than the Stump Jumper though, but not as good as the Ripley. But I know I'm gonna get this question, guys. If you could only have one bike, what would it be? Would it be this Santa Cruz Tallboy or the High Tower? Personally, I want a little more squish with this geometry. I want it to be a little bit more squishier because I'm gonna bring the bike to like a bike park or do a little more technical terrain up at like Burke Mount or something like that. This Tallboy could definitely handle it, but you're gonna get, you know, pinged off the rocks a little bit harder. So it's gonna be a little bit more harsh. But with that being said, it's definitely a better pedaler than my High Tower. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to see more bike reviews, and I hope to see you next time on the next video. See ya. Oh my God. Oh. What? That was steep.